right. Happy Monday. I am so happy it's Monday. I'm a few minutes behind schedule, so I just want to apologize. I am Madam Prezident with a Z, and you are tuned to flynubianmoney.com. All right. This is the place to be every Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. I had some technical difficulties this morning. As you can see, when I am here in this space, I am at home. And I just would like to say that I hope you all had a really good weekend. It's crazy out here in the streets, in these Trump streets all over America. It's going off 24/7. All I see is a new Trump headline. I'm looking for, all I see is 24/7 is a new Trump headline. It's nonstop. It's Trump, 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 Trump. All right, so I just would like to say that if you know, you know. We know exactly what's happening in this country. America is being America, and America will not stop being America under any circumstances. What I find to be a little interesting, though, is that these Fortune 500 companies, they are not as liberal as they were pretending to be. A lot of these Fortune 500 companies, they hop right on in on the bandwagon as it related to Donald Trump. They said, oh, we not doing what? Oh, we can't do what? No more DEI? Okay, no problem. No problem. I'm just drinking my coffee this morning. Let me know where you're from. Drop where you're from in the chat. I'm Madam President. I'm in ATL, but I am from Chicago, born and raised. I would like to see who's in the building today. My people, just connecting with you all and let you know. We just got a couple stories that we're going to tap right into very quickly. And as we were talking about Donald Trump, the big question people have been discussing is the DEI in Target. Target decided that it is going to put an end to its DEI program, primarily because I think that Target ran the numbers and it just does not have to do so. And I just want to read some of these things. All right, Shayla, my girl, she tuning in from Boston. All right. I just would like to say that, all right, Birmingham. All right, Michael, good to see you, brother. I would just like to say that this is what I would like to say, that Tabitha Brown and Target, they got a pretty good relationship. And the relationship that they have, you know, is people are starting to question if she should let go of what's happening, you know, the relationship because of their position with DEI. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. Don't nobody want to let go of their good thing because they fell out with you. You know how it is in every relationship. You know, you go and tell your friends, oh, he did this to me, but you ain't ready to let that thing go. So the reality is you just really like, come on now. I'm here. I want you to talk, but I don't want you to have no, don't have any obligations for me. So I just want you to see what Tabitha Brown says, as she says, she did a video. All right. She said, if we all decided to boycott, our sales will drop. Our businesses will be hurt. She said, explaining that reduced sales could give corporations justification to remove Black-owned products altogether. And it further goes on to say that Brown pointed out the logistical and financial hurdles small businesses face, from storing unsold inventory to finding alternative retail opportunities. She emphasized that boycotting without a strategy could unintentionally harm the very businesses the community wants to uplift. Brown urged followers to stay intentional and strategic, choosing to support specific brands within these major retailers while avoiding others. She encouraged, she basically said, boycotting may not be the best thing to do. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Because here's what I believe. To receive something that you have never received or get somewhere that you've never got, you have got to do something that you've never done. So I do believe that there will be casualties when it comes to Black people standing up, when it comes to Black people deciding that I no longer want to be in the middle of madness and nonsense, when it comes to us deciding that one sense of injustice is too many, when we make that decision altogether, then it just don't matter whose product is on the shelf. It don't matter. Just like when they bombed Black Wall Street, it didn't matter if children were present. When they bombed Black Wall Street, it didn't matter if businesses were operating. When they bombed Black Wall Street, it did not matter what was happening. It don't matter to them. So we cannot think that we're going to be ethical and strategic to an unethical place, to an unethical environment. Now, I ain't giving nobody no ideas. Let's be factual on that. But what I'm saying is, you cannot reason with the devil. I ain't about to sit down with the devil and start talking about strategy. I ain't got time. It's not going to happen. So that's my thing, that we have to continuously realize that you're talking about people who are unethical, who do not have a sense of morality. You're talking about corporations who are willing to slowly give you cancer in the name of profit. You're talking about food industries that will put coloring in your food so it can look nice and it will kill you in 30 years. How can you strategize with a mind like that? How? Okay, I'm not going to get going with you all because that's what y'all like to do. Y'all like to get me riled up early in the morning and have my dogs looking like, what is she screaming about at 9:30 in the morning? But that is the reality. You cannot strategize with the devil. All right? You got this is the thing. So all that to say, I don't have any additional input regarding that. Tabitha Brown. Oh, another thing. I did a video on this on Madam President, one Madam President on Instagram. And on the video, I shared with you, basically, we have these unrealistic expectations for people. We want people to, do things that we're not willing to do. Excuse me. I apologize. The one thing I will say is that you have to have the mindset of you have to understand that if the people are suffering, I'm suffering with the people. That's what happens in all of these leaderships and churches and all of that. This is why the congregation is poor and the pastor is rich, because nobody wants to be in suffering. Nobody wants to be with the people. Moses was leading a people that he was not going to celebrate with. Malcolm X was leading a people to a higher place that he was not going to celebrate with. Dr. King was leading a people to a place that he was not going to celebrate with. That means that so what? So what? So what? You got your product somewhere. So what? So what? If this is unjust to the people, if the people cannot have any benefit, if you are not standing with the people, then I cannot stand with you. That's simple. That ain't even like science. That ain't even like finding the value of X in a math problem. That's just simple. That ain't even compound interest math. That's just simple. 2 + 2 is 4. All right. But I will say this, as a people, we don't have factories. We don't have factories. How many of you all make your own knives, make your own bowls, make your own plates? We don't have factories. We don't have factories. We're not master producers, which will forever place us in this sense of vulnerability. We didn't make factories, and if we did, they were bombed. And then once they were bombed, the court never award us what we should have. So, there's this constant cycle. So my personal belief is if you want to do right by yourself and your family for generational wealth, the first start is at home. Everyone is the president of their household. Everyone. So start running it as such. All right. So I will say that you have to start running it as such. Don't forget, you are tuned to FlyNubianMoney.com, FlyNubianMoney.com. This is what is brought to you by FlyNubianMoney.com. And don't forget to text the word Queens to 87948. Text the word Queens to 87948 if you want to stay updated with top news, when you want to stay updated with what is happening in this country in real time. If you want to gain knowledge on finances, go to FlyNubianMoney.com. This is where women unite to empower and improve their financial life as well as their educational life. My sister Constance Carter, she comes on daily at 11. My sisters on Fly Nubian Money, they come on daily at 1 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you all are continuously tuned in because that's what is important. Shayla says, I'm gonna read what you said. We should be boycotting consumerism and spending money with these corps that don't give a damn about us. Period. I'm gonna sip on that. The idea that we have to be consumers 24/7 needs to go. We need to put it out the window. It's not necessary. We got closet full of clothes. We got closet full of shoes. That's kind of what happens as an American. You have an over consumption of things that you don't need. I got 2 dogs. I only probably needed 1. I got 2. And the funny thing is, when I got the first dog, I had him for about a year, and I said, you need a dog. I told the 1 dog, you need a dog. So I got 2 dogs. So this is the mindset of the over consumer, just consuming. So I like to add that in there that I'm with you. I'm not exempt from a person of overconsumption. Also, I wanted to show you something this morning about there was a group of people that Biden had released from prison. And it was the cash to kids, cash for kids. These judges that Biden released from prison were these judges were not good people. These were the kind of judges that basically was like, you found the kid walking home from school. Okay, fine. Let's put him in jail. But there was another judge who was not a part of going to jail. She was a judge out of Tennessee. And I wanted to show you all how this woman, 100%, how this woman is vile. And what vile looks like, because a lot of times we as a people, we see judges and attorneys and we automatically think, oh, this is a good old person. This person got a good education. They got good money. They ain't done good with their life. Meanwhile, your father, who's a garbage man, I'm just throwing out occupations, but your father, who's a garbage man, you don't give him no respect because he does an honest day's work that consists of labor, but he doesn't get the same respect. But if you see a judge walk through here, you'll give her all the respect in the world. You'll give him all the respect in the world. So I wanted to share this with you really quickly because I wanted you just to see this story was crazy. All right, if you can see, say I can see. So look at this woman right here out of Tennessee. This is the crazy part about a lot of these people out of Tennessee, these judges, is that they get a chance to do the most evil things and still, keep their jobs. It's kind of crazy. That's just number one. They get a chance to do the most evil thing and still keep their job. All right. So here's what I will say right here is that Judge Davenport has been considered to be a controversial figure after she created a system to lock juveniles up, in which she falsely imprisoned and arrested thousands of children who were revealed to be as young as 7. Huh? Arresting 7-year-olds? Guess what? She created an environment for the police department that was so hostile that she basically said, if you saw a child walking without a parent, arrest them. Huh? And guess what? She was arresting or having young Black children arrested. She was sitting on the court as a judge. Okay? So the families were able to sue. They did a class action lawsuit. But listen to this. Payouts for the settlements were divided into 2 classes: wrongfully arrested, wrongfully detained. Wrongfully arrested got $1,000 each, and wrongfully detained received about $5,000. Let me just tell you something. Imagine having a moral obligation to sit on a bench to protect and serve. And you are so greedy and evil that you will literally have children arrested. And this is why it's important for all of us to be on one accord as a group of people. This is why it's so important for the mother and the father and the auntie and the grandmother to all be on one accord, and the children to be on one accord. Children must listen to their parents, and I hope that God give you all the sound mind and sound heart to give your children good direction. Because when I tell you that there's a system that is open to ruining the life of your child, you think I'm playing. You think I'm being dramatic. You think I'm being silly. You think I'm being over the top. But this is real life. The woman sat as a judge. They were collecting kids, arresting them. And this is what happens when you are Black and you are poor. You're vulnerable to the court because you don't have the finances, the economic requirement that's needed to fight the system. You remember, folks, Sandra Bland was locked up. She needed $500. 500, not 5,000, $500. She said, I called my sisters. I called my mother. Look, this is how we treat each other. I ain't got it. I don't want my daughter sitting in jail for $500. Ain't no system getting her for $500. That's the problem. So like, all right, you get what I'm saying. I won't beat a dead horse. Don't forget, you tuned into flynubianmoney.com. This is what I do. I'm going to get some guests on here this week. You will not hear from me every day. I'm going to have some guests. We're going to have some empowerment, some financial literacy. We're going to have some, some things that is just needed for us to be elevated, especially as we continue to go through these different challenges and changes. I want you to know that one of my friends who's a federal employee informed me that Black history has been canceled on the federal level. They was like, we don't want to see no Black history. Don't put no Black history, nothing up. So with that being said, Donald Trump said, I'm coming through here. I'm canceling all of that. No Black history. Huh? I'm so glad that I don't need Donald Trump to give me permission to celebrate Black history. That's just number one. Number two, there is a climate change. Don't be twisted. But a lot of those things, I will say, that was in place from previous administration. As you can see, these things wasn't even cemented in. These things were interchangeable, which is a problem. How could you pass something and create something that the next person can just change? No. Anyways, I would like to say, I want to show you really quickly before I get out of here, I want to show you the power of fathers. I want to show you the power of fathers in the household. There's this really, really cute little video that my sister sent me, and I want to make sure. Hold on one second. I'm getting the video up. All right, let me bring it up really quickly. I want to make sure that you can see the full video. If you can see the video, say I can see it. Let me do it over so you can hear the video too.
Junior, sit down. No. You want a whooping? Whooping?
Sit your ass down, man.
Junior, sit down. No. Junior, sit down. No. You want a whooping? Whooping?
Sit your ass down, man.
Junior, sit down. No. Junior, sit down. No. You want a whooping? Whooping?
Sit your ass down, man.
I don't know if you see that video. I'm going to get somebody to fix my layers on my show so that you all can kind of see the video screens a little bit better. Because the way that the internet works, it shows you too much of the screen and the comments versus the actual video. But the point that I wanted to show you of the video is, the power of having a father in the household, the power of having, the father in the household is important. This is an infant child talking to his mother, and once he's talking to his mother, she like, sit down. He like, no, and she like, you want a whooping? He like, yeah. And as soon as the father intervenes, as soon as he said, boy, you better sit your ass down, that little baby started to get in his seat. And I want you to know that is not by mistake. That is not by mistake. We're needed to provide balance in environments and situations. And it's very important that even if we don't agree, even if we don't like each other, that we are fully present in our children's lives for the betterment of the children. All right, this is my time. I just want to say you tune to flynubianmoney.com. If you want to get your money up, if you want to improve your life, this is the first place to start. You text the word Queens to 87948. Get you some education. It's not even costly. Most of it is free. And second of all, if you want to tune into what's happening daily, weekly, this is a place to start. Text Queens to 87948. You will know when Madam President is going on. You will know when my sisters at Fly Nubian Money are coming on. And you can also know when Constance Carter is coming on as well. I am Madam President with a Z. I am 100% politically incorrect. I like to share with you all the time that you tune to the Madam President Morning Show. This is where you will get real news, a bold truth, and 100% politically incorrect. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm out. Bye-bye.